Okay, we're not live streaming. Just waiting for 1 minute.
Okay. Can we by any chance do 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock? Can we by any chance do 2 o'clock? I'm supposed to have a big Zoom meeting at.
Hello, welcome everyone to P.R.Sports. Right now we are starting to live streaming and for sure starting with a new layout design officially for our page PR Sports, sharing good stories, sports good stories for sure. And we're here live streaming for the first time with a professional NBA trainer from San Diego, California. Obviously, he's Ryan Ryan Razooky. Ryan Razooky, we are here live streaming right now. So hey Ryan, welcome.
How are you? How are you?
It's good to get you here in our program of PR Sports for the first time. How are you feeling right now, even in this situation that we're living on the COVID-19?
No, I feel good. I mean, I'm very appreciative of everything that we have and everything that we're able to offer for the youth and being able to push people forward. So it's been awesome, man. I'm very appreciative.
We've been watching your videos on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. That's amazing. That's amazing. Your work with professional and future prospects, even from WNBA and NBA or NCAA.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, welcome. And here in our program of PR Sports, we talk about your progress. I mean, how do you start to play basketball? How do you start to do that kind of activities with the people who wants to learn or improve their skills on basketball?
Yeah. So for training, the biggest and most important thing is I had a mentor. So I had my own coach who I learned under, and then I would help other trainers. And by helping other trainers, it allowed me to learn more. And I've had, 5 or 6 or 4 or 5 different trainers that I studied under, and I learned all their techniques, and then I used those techniques to shape the way that I train my players today.
So, what was your motivation on this?
I love basketball a lot, a lot, a lot, and I wanted to see the game continue to grow. I want the game to be better every year, and continue to help the youth improve.
Wow, that's amazing. How you start to work on this on your project. About hood basketball. So we got here your website. So this is the story of your academy. Just sharing right now.
Hmm.
Okay, now we can see it. Yeah, this is the hoops basketball, the hoop house basketball training. Talk about this academy, coach.
Yeah, so we have over 200 players that we train, and a lot of them do different programs. So the young kids will do the youth programs, the older players will do our elite skills class, and I also do Zoom training. So today, I'm going to train about 500 students on Zoom, and kids from all over the world. And then we also do a 3-on-3 league. So we kind of offer a lot of different things for players to continue to grow and develop and get better every single day.
So, with what kind of countries or cities their kids entertain soon
All over the world. We have
all over
players
the world?
all over the U.S. and players from Mexico and players from I've worked with players from Brazil and Portugal and Sweden and everywhere. Some from Israel, from the Middle East. So it just depends on their time zones.
What kind of skills lessons do you teach with kids?
The most important thing that we teach the youth is how to use both of their hands when they're finishing around the basket, doing layups. Use both hands when they're dribbling. Use both hands when they're passing, and how to shoot the ball correctly.
Have you ever been in clinics on here in Mexico?
Yeah, I've done about 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6. A lot with Gustavo.
Oh, you've been here with Gustavo Plasencia. Gustavo Plasencia right now is watching us on PR Sports Network. So he said hi for you.
Awesome. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite people.
How do you meet Gustavo Plasencia in that time when you're visiting your first time in Tijuana? And also, how do you feel in the first time and your experience there?
My some of my family is from Tijuana,
Oh,
so
awesome.
my great great grandfather or great grandfather is Benito Juarez, and we have a long heritage in Mexico out there. But I met Gustavo uh, quite a while ago, and he was coaching and training, and he helped me a lot, and just studied under me the same way I studied under my people.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How did you start? How was your first experience of starting to working out with professional basketball players like John Bryant, like Jimmy
Um,
Butler, and other future prospects?
Yeah, my first time working out with Johnny was actually pretty good. He really enjoyed it, and after the workout, he wanted to do it again. So we worked out maybe 2 or 3 times. A couple weeks later, he called me, said, "Let's get back to it." A couple weeks later, he called me again, said, "Let's get back to it." So it's been pretty awesome having him and working with him and some other prospects as well.
So that means every summer season or before, yes, before the season of the NBA, they're coming with you and starting to working out, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yes, sir. It's a blast. It's really fun.
so those people travel from, for example, they travel for different cities coming here to with you in San Diego. So I guess it's a long trip, but it's a good because you've been hearing a lot with people from different places. So you got a high reputation, and obviously you're so popular in this.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you're starting to work on progress, and you're starting to innovate basketball. Before we used to watch VHS or even on NBA TV, for example, watching
Yes.
abilities and skill, how do we learn on this. But you're one of those people which is the highest, most viewers, and also following on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube even.
Hmm.
You're innovating the basketball in this case. How does it feels innovate that type of sports on videos by YouTube and even giving lessons on online? That's a new one. So people love it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I haven't really innovated a ton of things. I've just learned from the people ahead of me and have just done it in my own style. There's been a lot of other trainers who've done a great job on YouTube, who've done a great job, making videos and tutorials. And I don't necessarily need to innovate. I just need to do it in a way that resonates best with me and my players and gives my players the best results. So no matter who trains with me, I make sure that they get incredible results and that if they understand that they put in the work, they can improve. So I want to give them a blueprint that works best for them. And like I said, it's not crazy innovative. It's not crazy different. It's just really well done. And again, it hones in on the fundamentals and a lot of things that people you know don't pay attention to or don't understand about the game and how it's evolving and how players need to continue to train or what they need to work on. Oftentimes, players don't know what they're doing wrong. So if you can kind of show them the right way to do things, the common mistakes that players make, it makes it easier. And having a lot of on-court experience with players makes it easier to teach players online as well.
Is it difficult for you? And we know this difference right now after this situation with the COVID-19. Uh, Before that, you just go to the gym and just practice, right?
Yes.
And you're learning because you're watching your coach, you're watching the players, and you got a good connection with them. But in online, everything changes. I mean, on the internet, on online videos, it's gonna be kind of difficult. But you improve it on that, right?
Yeah, I've actually gotten really good at Zoom training. Like I said, today we have about 500 kids who are joining us for a Zoom class. And as long as they focus, they listen, and they do what I ask, they're going to improve. So, I'll simply ask them, step with your right foot, cross it over, step with your left foot, snatch it back, retreat dribble, pump fake, hesitate. And if they listen to the things that I'm saying, because I really break it down, I want your hand here, I need your shoulder here, I want your eyes here, put your foot in this stance. If they listen, they improve. If they're not paying attention to the details, it's a little bit harder because I can't physically grab them and move them to the right spots.
Yes, for sure. but 500 people on Zoom calls is different than being at the gymnasiums, right? So
Very,
it's
very
kind of
different.
crazy. It's kind of crazy or difficult. I guess it's kind of crazy or difficult watching people on online, but I guess it's amazing too.
Yeah, very doable if you listen.
So, what is your best expectations for next years after this situation? You will continue with online classes, or you're going to?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'll keep doing online classes because it's an opportunity for players to work with me that will never have a chance. So, like, you could pay, $60 a month and train with me every week on Zoom, or you could buy a plane ticket and pay, thousands of dollars on top of that just to train with me in person. So, I mean, you could literally train with me at your own house, which
Yeah,
makes
it's a
it,
good,
which makes it like
definitely.
this. Yeah,
Sorry,
so I'm gonna keep doing it. It just makes sense.
definitely is a good strategy on that because people is going to save money to go to San Diego, California, and training with you. So in online, it's going to be like, oh my God, it's a good opportunity to meet the coach, Ryan, and even improve my skills and my abilities on the court.
Absolutely.
I guess I see results from people who's uploading videos or are participating in Zoom calls, especially with you, and I see that people tag you on Instagram. So okay, we got here right now the Instagram account of Ryan Razooky, so you can follow him. So as R2B Ball,
Yes, sir.
so
Thank
you
you.
can see a lot of you can see a lot of posts. You can see the kids and the people who's been working out with Ryan and even improve. Okay, I'm start to watch your videos. Just I watched your videos yesterday. I mean, how do we start to do a high jump, for example? How can we learn it so fast in this? It's kind of interesting because in Mexico we got difficulties to jumping high. Not all the people can jump high like your people, but even what is the how can I learn to jump high?
Yeah, so typically you break it down into a few different parts. The first step is your technique. So if you learn how to get good jump technique, you should study other jumpers and learn about the penultimate step, about swinging your hips in, about using your arms, keeping your chest high. Basically, the technique. So if you learn the technique, that's number one. Two, you got to make sure that you're working out on your body, making sure that your legs are strong, your core is strong. So one is good technique. Two is making sure that you're strong, and that you can transfer energy correctly. And then three is going to be flexibility. So if you're got good technique, if you're strong, if your legs are strong, your core is strong, you got good flexibility, and then you eat good. So those are four ways to improve your bounce. So if you're doing all the workouts that you need to do, you got strong legs, strong core, then you can transfer your energy really well because you have good technique, and then you also eat well. All those things help you, and you're flexible.
That's that's very amazing. It's very amazing that watching that kind of videos because before before the social network and all of this, when I was a kid, I'm starting to I remember that how can I jump high? How can I have good dribbles or professional dribbles like for
Hmm.
example like Stephen Curry, like LeBron James in that moment, or even like Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
Yes.
Got that type of abilities, and you used to watch mixtape videos by those professional players, but you're starting to repeat and repeat and repeat again this video, and now thanks with you and other coach trainers moving on the social networks, it's kind of like it's a good opportunity for all the players and for all the people who wants to learn or who wants to improve that type of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's great, and it feels good that you're here for the first time and sharing your experience and talking about your profession. So, what is your next plans for the future on this academy of basketball hoops?
Yeah, I have a private lesson at 2 o'clock. I have to fix somebody's jump shot. We have our Zoom class today at 3, and then we have group classes at 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have another private lesson at 8 o'clock. So we have a pretty full day today. I actually
We
just
got
finished up
problems on
my
the
own
sorry,
workout.
we got problems on the network connection. We got problems on the
Oh, no
network
problem.
connection. Can you repeat? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here. Can you hear
Yes. Yes.
me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we're here. Yeah. Okay. Can you repeat once again? We lost connection a little
No
bit.
problem. Yeah, man. I was saying I just finished on my own workout. I'm on only a couple hours of sleep today, but I had my own workout this morning, and then we have lessons all day today from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Just back to back to back to back lessons, working with different players. So we'll train about 600 players today.
Wow,
Appreciate it.
that's amazing. It's a lot of numbers. I guess
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. It's a heavy work for you, but you're handling, right?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So after all of this, when you're going to visit once again Tijuana?
When am I going to Tijuana? I talked to Gustavo, so hopefully in December. That'd be pretty cool. I'm
Oh,
not sure if
December, you're
I'm
gonna
not.
be here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're able to cross very easily, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we know that all the situation of the COVID-19, but we'll be grateful and to watching you here once again on PR Sports Lives, even in Tijuana, live from Tijuana, Baja California. It's gonna be amazing
Yeah,
watching you and giving lessons from the local kids from Tijuana,
um,
Baja California. Even
very,
uh,
very appreciative. Yeah,
also also you're giving a lot of opportunities, good opportunities for those kids because never before uh, we've been watching that type of clinics with highest coaches, popular coaches like you, and especially with good reputation. So it's good to have you here, and for sure, hope someday watching you once again there in Tijuana.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, that's it for today. So, do you want to share any motivation, any kid motivation for the people who's watching right
Yeah,
now here
so
with
a,
Facebook?
a good point to make about motivation is I don't use that anymore. Like when I was young, I was very motivated, and motivation comes and it goes, and you sometimes you see something that's inspiring and you're like, oh man, I want to do that, I want to do that, and you're like, I really want to jump high, so then you work out for 2 days,
Yeah,
or you're like, oh, I want to be the best player of all time, and you work really hard for 2 weeks and then you stop. So I don't really care about motivation. Instead, what I do is I just build habits. So when I started training, the most important thing for me was to at least train a minimum of one player every single day. Or when I started working out my own body, I made sure I worked out every single day, even if it was a little workout. But I just made sure that I did that every single day. So I said, forget motivation. I don't need to feel good to work out. I just need to do it whether or not I feel good. And so whether you're a player or whether you're a coach and you aspire to be great, your attitude or the way that you feel about things, or your emotions, if they're up or they're down, it doesn't matter. Like, you have to, if you have a goal in mind and you want to reach that goal, you have to do it every single day, even if you don't feel like it.
that's amazing. That's a good expression. It's a good mentality. It's a philosophy of
Yeah.
a coach and trainer. So it's very amazing that you're sharing us here in live streaming on Facebook. So Ryan Razooky, thank you for being here on PR Sports. We hope to see you once again. We hope to see you once again later, even in Tijuana or San Diego, California, visiting to
Yes,
you
sir.
one day. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching PR Sports. This is Penny Rodriguez, Coach Ryan Razooky, professional training of NBA and even from future prospects to the NBA. Thank you for being here. We see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.